Welcome to the Explainer. If you've got a quality management exam coming up, you are in the right place. We're going to skip all the dense textbook language and get right to the heart of what you absolutely need to know to ace it, from the big ideas to the hands-on tools of Six Sigma. So here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with the big why, the constant struggle between quality and productivity. Then we'll pin down what quality even means and break it into Garvin's 8 dimensions. After that, we're diving deep into the Six Sigma method and the toolkit you'll need to actually make it happen. Let's go. All right, let's jump right in. Before we even touch on fancy management systems or tools, we have to understand the fundamental challenge that pretty much every business on the planet is grappling with, whether they make cars or code. And that challenge is this constant, tricky balancing act. You've got quality on one side, making sure your product works flawlessly and is perfect for the user. And on the other side, you've got productivity, getting that awesome product out the door without wasting time, money, or materials. The entire field of quality management, it exists right in the middle of that push and pull. Okay, so we get why it's a big deal, but what are we even talking about when we say the word quality? In a technical sense, I mean. This is a classic exam topic, so let's lock in the key definitions you're going to want to have in your back pocket. Well, to really get a handle on quality, you've got to look at it through the eyes of two of the pioneers in the field. First, there's Philip Crosby. He had a very internal, company-focused view. For him, quality was simple: conformance to requirements. Did we build it exactly the way the blueprint said we should? It's all about defect prevention. But then you have Geron, who looked at it from the customer's point of view. He asked, is it fit for use? Does it actually solve the customer's problem effectively? You really need both perspectives to see the whole picture. Taking those ideas even further, a guy named David Garvin came along and said, hey, we can look at quality through 5 different lenses. There's the transcendent view, which is that gut feeling. You just know quality when you see it. The product-based view is all about the specs. Does it have more features or better performance? Then he brings in the ideas we just saw. Manufacturing-based is Crosby's did we build it right, and user-based is Geron's does it work for the customer? And finally, the value-based approach asks a simple question: is it worth the price? Now let's get even more practical. This is where it gets really good. Garvin also gave us this incredible framework for taking that fuzzy idea of quality and breaking it down into 8 specific, concrete things you can actually measure. Seriously, for any exam, these 8 dimensions are non-negotiable. You have to know them. First up is performance. This is the baseline, the main thing the product is supposed to do. For a car, it's how fast it accelerates. For a phone, it's how quickly apps open. If a product stinks at its core performance, honestly, none of the other dimensions are going to save it. Next up, features. Think of these as the bells and whistles. They aren't the main function, but they're the extras that make you want the product. If performance is the car's engine, features are the heated seats, the sunroof, and the awesome sound system. They're the cool stuff layered on top. Number 3 is reliability. Okay, listen up, because this is a classic exam trap. Do not mix this up with durability. Reliability is all about the probability of failure over time. It's asking, can I count on this thing to work when I need it to? It's your computer not crashing right before you hit save on a huge project. And here's that idea from Crosby again: conformance. This is all about precision. How perfectly does the final product match the original design specs? Think about gears in an engine that fit together with microscopic accuracy, or a phone screen that has 0 gaps around the edges. And then we have durability. This is about the product's total lifespan. So while reliability was about not failing this month, durability is about how many years you can use it before it's toast. A perfect example is a phone battery. Its durability is measured in how many times you can charge it before it just won't hold a charge anymore. Serviceability is all about what happens when things inevitably go wrong. How quick, cheap, and painless is it to get it fixed? A car with an easy-to-reach oil filter has great serviceability. A phone that's glued shut and impossible to repair, yeah, that's terrible serviceability. Now for the most subjective one, aesthetics. This is all about how the product appeals to our senses. It's the sleek curves of a sports car, the satisfying thunk of a quality door closing, the intuitive layout of an app. It's not about what it does, it's about how it feels. And finally, we have perceived quality. This is basically the power of a good reputation. Sometimes we assume a product is high quality just because of the brand name on it. That perception isn't an accident. It's built up over years of solid performance, clever marketing, and good customer experiences.
Okay, so now you know what quality is, and you know the 8 dimensions that make it up. The big question, the one your exam is all about, is how do you actually achieve all that in a systematic, repeatable way? Well, that's where Six Sigma comes into play.
At its core, Six Sigma isn't some crazy complex secret. It's a disciplined way of thinking that's built on these principles right here. It all starts and ends with a relentless focus on the customer. From there, you ditch the guesswork and make every single decision based on data. You focus on improving the process because great processes lead to great products. It's about being proactive, getting everyone to collaborate, and understanding that you're never really done improving. So let's get even more practical. Knowing the philosophy is one thing, but to pass your exam, you need to know the specific frameworks and tools that bring it all to life. Let's open up the Six Sigma Toolkit. The very first thing you need to know is that there are 2 main paths in Six Sigma, and choosing the right one is absolutely critical. Are you trying to fix a process that's already running but is full of problems? Then you use DMAIC. But what if you're designing a totally new product or process from a blank slate? That's a job for DMADV. Let's break down DMAIC. The acronym itself tells you the steps: define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. It's just a logical cycle. You define the problem you're trying to solve. You measure the current process with hard data to see how bad it is. You analyze that data to find the real root cause, not just the symptoms. You improve the process by implementing a solution. And finally, and this is key, you control it to make sure the problem doesn't just come right back. Now let's look at DMADV. For new stuff, the name is almost the same: define, measure, analyze, design, and verify. The first 3 steps are pretty similar. You're still defining goals and analyzing data. But see how the last 2 change completely? Instead of improving an old process, you design a brand new one. And instead of controlling it, you verify that your new design actually works and meets the customer's needs, usually with some kind of pilot test. And look, whether you're using DMAIC or DMADV, you're going to rely on this basic set of tools to do the heavy lifting. They're often called the 7 basic quality tools. These are your detective instruments. You might use a cause and effect diagram, sometimes called a fishbone diagram, to brainstorm all the possible causes of a problem. Or you might use a Pareto chart to see which 20% of the problems are causing 80% of the headaches. Each tool has a very specific job to help you turn confusing data into clear insights. Okay, let's wrap this up. If you're cramming for your exam and can only remember a few things, make it these 4 points. 1. Quality isn't just one thing, it's a mix of Garvin's 8 dimensions. 2. Six Sigma is the data-driven system you use to manage that quality. And 3 and 4, you use DMAIC to fix what's broken, and you use DMADV to build something new from scratch. Got it? So to really make all of this stick, try to apply it to your own life. Think about your favorite coffee shop or that streaming app you use every day. Why do you like it so much? Is it the performance? The coffee tastes perfect every time? Is it the reliability? They never get your order wrong? Or maybe it's the aesthetics. You just love the atmosphere of the place. Thinking it through like that is the absolute best way to master these concepts. Now go crush that exam.